Dear Diary, today is Monday, January 31st, 2022. Dear Diary, here are today's daily horoscopes. Aries, you may not have fully assessed a new project even though you think you have. You are typically very well prepared and you like knowing what you're getting into because you want to be in control. You are encouraged to look again at any materials you have already reviewed in anticipation of starting something new, Aries, and ask any questions that may come to mind as you do. You may see a few things that need to be addressed before you begin in earnest. Dear Diary, here's today's Taurus horoscope. A choice is looming over your head, or at least it feels that way. You may be feeling more and more closed in as you struggle to come to a decision. The problem is that you can't seem to decide which options are best, or even that you like any of those options. But wait a minute, Taurus. Where is the pressure coming from? There is no deadline pressing in on you. You have created a fear space by feeling that you have to do something, but maybe you don't have to do anything at all. If you wait until an obvious path that feels right opens up, that will relieve the pressure and broaden your options. Dear Diary, here's today's Gemini horoscope. Friends, family members, or perhaps even coworkers may be struggling with a dilemma. No matter how much they brainstorm, they aren't coming up with the great solution. They may want to include you in the group to help. Don't be intimidated, Gemini. You may discover that you are especially adept at this matter, and you may have the chance to show off your brilliance. Not only will you be able to help out people you like, but you will also receive a big boost of confidence as you do. Dear Diary, here's today's Cancer horoscope. You aren't one to gravitate toward gossip, Moonchild. You always have much better things to do. You are too kind and sensitive to want to engage in hurtful chatter. But today you may want to zero in on something someone is saying that has a gossipy tone to it. Not because there is truth in it, but because there isn't any truth to it, and because you might include some useful insights for you. This is mostly about knowing the character or the insecurities of someone you are dealing with. Explore this and make your own mind up about the teller of a story. Dear Diary, here's today's Leo horoscope. Don't spend any time worrying about an outstanding matter that involves either an informal agreement or a contract. It might be tempting to run all the worst case scenarios through your mind, but it won't do a bit of good and will only cast a dark tone over your day. There is nothing to worry about. No matter the outcome, for you are destined to come to a better place because of your situation eventually. And this is simply the process you need to go through to get there. It can't be stated enough that worrying is a pointless activity, Leo, one that causes needless anxiety. Dear Diary, here's today's Virgo horoscope. This is a good time for all things related to your career, Virgo. That may mean getting your resume into prime shape, learning new skills that could be beneficial to your career in the future, and finding new ways to network, perhaps through professional organizations. While it's always good to do things right now, there are opportunities coming in closer to your interests that might get you intrigued. And if you are fully prepared, you will feel ready and far more confident. And confidence will be an important element of your path. Dear Diary, here is today's Libra horoscope. A new development in some goal you have been working toward may seem like a big barrier between you and what you want. But that's only a perception, Libra. And you have the power to change the way you see this. An obstacle is only in the way if you can find no way around it or through it. And you can do that if you put your creative and persuasive powers to work. Approach this challenge by deciding that there is nothing that can stop you and then nothing will stop you. Dear Diary, here's today's Scorpio horoscope. Don't let an unexpected announcement catch you off guard today, Scorpio. Something you hear or overhear from someone else could easily leave you speechless. But if you become so awkward or uncomfortable that you say the wrong thing or you say nothing at all, rather than standing up to what you see as incorrect or inappropriate, it will only make it harder to resolve later on. Be prepared, think it over quickly, and be sure to speak up. Don't let it go by without being addressed. Dear Diary, here is today's Sagittarius horoscope. Try to see a problem you are facing today as a challenge rather than a frustration. If you put your brain into creative mode, you will find that you are far more capable of resolving this without help than you realize. Although it may be tempting to reach out to someone for guidance, Sagittarius, or to delegate this matter to someone else by taking it on yourself, you can prove to yourself how adept you are at something you feel insecure about. This will alleviate any frustrations you are feeling right now. Dear Diary, here's today's Capricorn horoscope. Even though a very challenging matter has not yet been resolved, and even though things may still seem up in the air, you are feeling inexplicably better about it. That's because you can sense a good outcome, Capricorn. Don't question your feelings here, just go with it. Although your good vibes may not have any logical explanations at this point, you need to give your energy to them. Although the outcome may still be a few days away, things are headed in a positive direction. Dear Diary, here is today's Aquarius horoscope. Your love life is highlighted today, Aquarius. Perhaps you haven't done much to enhance romance in your life in recent weeks, or even maybe longer, and it's time you start thinking about this important component of your life. If you are attached, perhaps it begins with seeking out ways for greater closeness with your mate, such as planning date nights on a recurring schedule. If you are single, you might want to start exploring dating options, or maybe even letting your friends know you wouldn't mind a blind date with an interesting person. Even if your life is already great, enriching your love life will make it that much fuller. Dear Diary, here is today's Pisces horoscope. You may be headed off in a different direction today, Pisces, and it's a good one. Whether this involves more self-care, learning something that will be useful to you, or finding new ways to increase your income, this is a great step to take. Although you may have slipped back once or twice already, don't let that get you down. It's all about the journey and what you accomplish in the end. No matter how you do it, or how you get there, or how long it takes you to get there, just rest assured in the knowledge that you are on the right path, one headed towards success. Dear Diary, here is today's quote. By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. Benjamin Franklin. Dear Diary, here is today's fun fact. The British royal family isn't allowed to play Monopoly. Dear Diary, thank you so much for listening to me today, and I'll see you next time.